that on. So now, here's how we're going to get started. You can take these, alright, and then we're just going to put it in here, okay, set it, and then twist it just a little bit just to get it started. Does that make sense? So, let me introduce your new best friend to you. This guy, hold on to it.
Drum key?
Is a drum key, exactly. So this can be used to adjust just about everything on your drum set. Now, before you start cranking that down,
Donnie, you're doing something wrong.
I want to go through the best way to tune your drums, right? Okay? So, what we want to do when we're tuning drums, the goal is to get the tension on the drum head the same at every point where we have a screw, right? Does that make sense? We don't want these three to be tightened a ton and these three to be tightened not very much so that the head, you know, goes like that. No, we want even tension all the way around. So how do we do that? First, we put in the tension rods like we just did. Now we're going to go through with our hands and we're going to screw them down so that they're just barely touching the washer and there's not really any tension on them, right? So now we've got all of our tension rods resting on the plastic washer. So the way that you want to go about taking your drum key and tuning the drum to get the most even tension possible is you want to make a star shape. You know how to draw a star?
No, not really.
Right? Anyone else? You know how to draw a star? Right? So you're going to pick a start point, okay? So we're going to start here. We're going to make one turn, right? Then we're going to go directly across from us. We're going to make a turn, right? Then we're going to skip across to here, right? Skip a lug in between, make a turn. Then we're going to go directly across from this guy and make a turn. So it gets kind of confusing, and sometimes people will even take a Sharpie and just draw little tiny numbers on their drum heads if they're learning how to tune drums.
Doesn't affect the sound of it.
No, not by drawing on. Is that what you're supposed to? No. And so if you always skip a few lugs in between the one that you're tuning, right, that will get you the most even tension, because you're always potentiating something directly across with that. Does that make sense? So the front bass drum head does not need to have very much tension in it, because all that it does is sit there and go and kind of rumble. So we're going to leave that one there for now.
Hey, I could just use the bass drum as a bass drum.
Ooh, that doesn't break.
No.
That's
A lot
like
of times people will stand on their drum heads.
Don't do that, you guys.
There's a myth that, well, I don't know if it's a myth or not, I'm going to try it, but there's a myth that some drum heads are bulletproof, I think. But I don't think they are.
Don't try that either.
I'm going to call Mythbusters. I can tell that they're running out of juice.
Okay, so we now have kick drum.